Oh man. I have to apologise for laughing at the beginning of the video, but I've just been reading your comments and you're all complaining about the fact it's freezing cold, and I look at my temperature thing and it's 20 degrees. I don't know if you'll see that on the screen. There's the temperature. There's the temperature. 24 degrees outside, 20 degrees inside, without the heating on, as they say. Anyway, good evening and welcome back to the One Celtic Fans View. Just do a quick sound check. Without the heating on, as they say. Anyway, right, there's a bit of news tonight. Shin Yamada will be returning to Celtic. Ooh. Way, Shin Yamada will be returning back to Celtic this summer after the team that he went to got relegated. He couldn't help them stay up. Let's listen to Benji Negrin first of all.
Could you believe it when you saw that goal go in?
No, to be honest, not. And from my point of view, it seemed like the ball was going so high, so I thought like never it's going in, you know. But then I watched and I was like, no chance. And then I just see the ball in the back of the net, and I was like so surprised, and yeah, it was so crazy.
It was crazy. It was better than just crazy. Actually, there's something I need to do quickly. But Martin O'Neill, obviously Martin O'Neill, I'm taking it Martin O'Neill will not be the manager next season. I've told you my reasons why I think Martin O'Neill will not be the manager. He has taken up engagements over the summer, which suggests to me that he knows that he's not going to be the manager next summer, and he has taken up other engagements with fans throughout the summer rather than sitting relaxing during June, what managers would do. You know, taking some time out. There is a Martin O'Neill book, an audio book that you may be interested in. And I am going to put the link in the comment section for the audio book. I'm going to let you listen to a little bit of it first of all.
Final. And Dennis Law didn't even play in one at all. How must he have felt in 1968 when injury precluded him from Manchester United's winning team? If we win, everything that has happened to me in my professional career will have been worth it. The struggles for recognition, for approval, for us to keep going, we repel their attacks. Every word of splenetic criticism along the way doesn't matter anymore. It's victorious.
So if you want to hear more, this preview. You want to hear more of Martin O'Neill, I will put the link. It is on Amazon, and then there you go. That is hello Scoop. What's no, just Scoop's in the building. That's all. So yeah, there we go. That is the link for the Martin O'Neill on days like these. An incredible autobiography by the legend that is Martin O'Neill, talking about his career as a player, as everything really. It's you know, including celebrating everything and rekindling his dominance over Rangers Football Club. So I will put that link. I did put that in the comments, didn't I? Just where is it gone? There we go. I know that you love to hear a bit of Martin O'Neill's voice, and it's more for at the end of the month. I will keep on promoting this, because come the end of the month, after Martin O'Neill leaves Celtic, there will be people out there that will need comforting. And yeah, it's like you say, I hate those audiobooks, straight to sleep. Maybe some of these, look, some people might need these. There'll be a number of fans who will be devastated that Martin O'Neill's left the club. So this is for the people that will need emotionally helped once Martin O'Neill does leave after winning the double. Yes, once Martin O'Neill leaves winning the double. Anyway, Martin O'Neill's been speaking to the media. Forget about this morning, because there is news about the manager that I wanted to have as the next Celtic manager before I tell you what player has had an offer knocked back from Celtic. Kieran McKenna. It looks like Kieran McKenna has made up his mind to stay with Ipswich Town. Looks like because they've made it, it looks like they're going to make it into the English Premier League, and the 39-year-old, it says, has remained committed to the project at Portman Road, and sources have indicated he is keen to take on the challenge of the Premier League with the Tractor Boys once again. You would expect him to, wouldn't you? Scoop's trying to steal my thunder. I was getting to that in a minute. I was getting to that. Do you want my chair? Just Scoop. It's yours. That'll be bloody right. So yeah, that is the second bit of news is that Kieran McKenna doesn't look like he will be in contention for the Celtic manager's post because he will be remaining with his club. The next bit of news is the fact that Louis Palma, I will show you where it originated from. It is in Spanish, but we will, by the powers of magic, we can press this little button here, not that one, but this one shows translation. It's been confirmed that Celtic received an offer for Luis Palma of 1.5 million euros. It was rejected by Celtic. They then put in a second improved offer for 2.3 million euros. There has been no response from Celtic as yet. When you look at the fact that Celtic want in the region of 4 million euros, which is about 3.6 million pounds, roughly what we paid for Luis Palma. Celtic are just trying to get their money back for Palma. They obviously think that he's a player that could potentially be worth it. I don't know if there's going to be any clauses within that sale, but it looks like Luis Palma has played his final games for Celtic. The team that he went to on loan do want him, but they are not prepared to pay the 4 million euros that Celtic are asking for. Now, when you take into consideration that we took a massive loss on a goal scorer that scored 29 goals for Celtic, why are Celtic playing such hardball with getting Luis Palma off the books? It's a strange one completely, isn't it? Does Celtic feel aggrieved that he didn't fulfill the potential that they thought he had? So then, anyway, on you go. So that is an interesting bit of news that Celtic have turned down that bit for Luis Palma. It was a scoop earlier on when she sent it to me, to be fair. Paul says it'll be either Keane or Jens. Yes, it will be either. There's a lot of people that I've been talking to that are obviously connected to one certain side of the Celtic fan base. And will it be, if it is, I mean, everybody knows my thinking. I think it is going to be Robbie Keane. Unless Celtic, I mean, Robbie Keane goes into the game this weekend trying to win the final. I think it'll be the second club that he's won a championship at. He's already won the cup with the club currently. He is he's done well in Europe, and people are saying, what has Robbie Keane done? You know, what has he done as a manager to be questioned or even put in place to possibly be the next Celtic manager? Would it upset you purely for the fact that he managed at one point a team in Israel? I know that there's a certain part of the fan base that aren't too happy with the thought of Robbie Keane being the manager, only because of where he managed at one point. And then does winning the league in other countries diminish what Robbie Keane has achieved as a manager. Let's face it, Ange Postecoglou won in Australia. Big deal. They're not a football nation. Don't know. He did okay with Australia in the World Cup. Big deal. It was donkeys years ago. Don't know. He was about 5 stone lighter. He won in Japan. Is that a big thing? Don't know. It's not one of the top 5 leagues. Robbie Keane winning trophies in European football leagues, taking a team to further than Celtic's ever been before in Europe. I'm not trying to sell Robbie Keane to you, but I'm just trying to make a comparison on why you can understand why the Celtic hierarchy are maybe favourite. To be fair, the big money today has went on Jens being the next manager after Martin O'Neill said in his interview that he's done fantastically well. We're going to get that interview up. Just listen to Martin O'Neill say and what exactly he said. To be fair, when it comes to Jens, he was asked the question about Jens doing particularly well for Motherwell this season, and he has been linked with the club. If you get me a minute, I'll get the exact point where he pressure. He was asked. The funny bit was he was asked about the pressure that Hearts would be under. Strangely enough, and Rhodes. Just see, where is it? Confidence of the players that he was talking about. He's talking about the game after Tannadice. Hunger factor. He was talking about the hunger factor of the Fattens and the players, not the Hunger Games. He was asked about how different it felt to 20 odd years ago, and is there any difference? There's been times this season where Celtic Park hasn't felt like it did at the weekend, and he felt that helped the players on fantastically. It must have been right at the beginning of the interview, wasn't it? I've skipped past it. Must have been the first 5 minutes of the video. Just talk amongst yourself. Dundee United game. I'm sure it was that interview I heard them talking about it. Yeah, there we go. We're going to listen to it here. For one, let's listen to
Received a lot of praise this season for the way his team play. He's been linked to possibly taking over here in the summer. What are your thoughts on him and on that as well?
I think he's done really well. Yeah, they play a nice brand of football as well too. So yeah, he deserves a lot of plaudits.
What do you expect from Motherwell specifically? Because the game against Fir Park, the game at Fir Park, previously, obviously you weren't in charge, but it's a very difficult day for Celtic.
It was a difficult day. Yeah, that's right. Well, probably exactly the same. But
can I ask you about the Motherwell manager Jens Bertolascu, who's received a lot of praise this season for the way his team play. He's been linked to possibly taking over here in the summer. What are your thoughts on him and on that as well?
I think he's done really well. Yeah, they play a nice brand of football as well too. So yeah, he deserves a lot of plaudits.
What do you expect from Motherwell specifically? Because the game against Fir Park, the game at Fir Park, previously, obviously you weren't in charge, but it's a very difficult day for Celtic.
It was a difficult day. Yeah, that's right. Well, probably exactly the same.
Exactly the same. Yeah, it'll be exactly the same, but Martin O'Neill is in charge. Paul says, happy days, Yamada's coming back. Oh, the sarcasm. The sarcasm. Yeah, Shun Yamada is coming back to the club. Unbelievable. We can't even get rid of him. And yeah, that's it. Shin Yamada, Celtic paid £1.5 million for him. He failed to score in 11 games. 11 games, no goals. In 18 games, I think it was, when a certain Irishman was at Celtic on loan, he scored 9 goals. So you could take it that he scored at least 5 goals in 11 games, which makes him far superior to Adam Ida was way better than Shin Yamada. I don't get the whole Shin Yamada thing. He was sent to the lower tier in Germany, and he found a bit of form. He scored 3 goals in his last 4 games, but they don't fancy him as a player. And they've been relegated to the 3rd tier in Germany. So he'll now come back. The manager said the loan players we have will return to their parent clubs. We will have an overhaul of the squad next season. So his brother is called Shin Gard. Michelle's happy that Shin's coming back because she made up a song for Shin Yamada that didn't really go well, did it? Hearts fans had the full stand at Motherwell Saturday. Surely we'll get the same. Yes, Celtic are getting Celtic always get the full stand behind the goals. I don't know why people didn't think that we would. It's the one allocation that kind of hasn't been cut. Celtic have had the full stand. Was it cut? One? I don't think it's been cut. But anyway, it's at 4,574 tickets, which is the full stand. There'll be 4,574 Celtic fans at the game tomorrow, and hopefully there's around about 5,000 join the watch along. There was 7,000 watched the Hearts watch along on another channel. 7,500. I'm kind of hoping more tomorrow when I'm back home doing the watch along on this channel. So, and it's a big game. I won't be doing too much interaction tomorrow night with the comments, because on one screen I'm going to have the Celtic game. On the other screen, I'm hoping to have the Hearts game. And somewhere in between will be you lot and the YouTube pages, the what do you call it? The studio. All these things, you know, and yeah. So I won't be doing too much interaction with the comment section, unfortunately. I might do a double live on this channel and the other channel, just for the shits and giggles, so that if there's any Hearts fans, they can comment on the other channel. But the majority, it will be the Celtic screen. It won't be the other channel screen. So anyway, that doesn't really matter. So moving on, let me just refresh this page a second. There we go, all updated. Tomorrow night's game is versus Motherwell, 8 o'clock kickoff, and then it's to the weekend. Onwards and upwards to the weekend. Arbroath are staying down. And right, now it's coming to that time of the week. Martin O'Neill says that there isn't everybody's came through the game fine after the weekend. It was interesting to see that the Scottish mainstream media decided to use the term old firm twice within the first 2 sentences of questions asked at Martin O'Neill today, even though that game's done and dusted. Martin O'Neill was having none of it. He said it's in the past. Everyone's came through with flying colours. He said the only concern was that Alistair Johnson still hasn't played a full 90 minutes as yet. We'll still to see young Callum Osmond on the park also. But he said the good news is that that Alistair Johnston came through the game unscathed, makes it good for the run in. 2 games. I've got sweaty palms already. It's not even tomorrow night. Rosalie Haggard says, Nippy he'd time the Morabaz or he screens. Yes. I mean, as it stands just now, I mean, when I look at the different individual screens, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 screens that I've got to look at on this monitor. And then on this monitor, I've got the studio and the comments section. I'm not trained for this stuff. Do you know what I mean? It shows. I get it. It does show. But anyway, a lot of people saying, well, Jimmy, feel sorry for the people who paid £15 for the game before Sky decided to show it. Don't be, because Motherwell have refunded. Where is it? That was one of the pages I had open earlier. Motherwell have refunded. It was on Twitter, wasn't it? It was a geezer on Twitter. No, you're going to make me look for that, because I accidentally closed the screen down. God, where is it on Twitter? Let me just do this. Motherwell have refunded. Whoa. What? Really? Sean Dyche is a wanker. Sean Dyche is a wanker. I'm going to say it again. Sean Dyche is a wanker. Sean, Jesus. But as you're going to come over for the party in the Trongate, not this year, mate. Not this year. Get yourself a producer, mate. This channel doesn't make enough money to pay me. Never mind the producer. It's not the United stand we're looking at here. Do you know what I mean? God, I'd love to be in that situation. I just sit there in front of the screens and there's somebody on a computer in another planet doing something. But anyway, Sean Dyche, it's nothing to do with Celtic, but Sean Dyche is a wanker. Former Everton-born shot. I'm going to just show you the I'm shocked at this, actually. Sean Dyche has joined Reform UK. Wow. What a wanker, eh? I don't know why that's came up on my I was shocked at that, to be honest. Anyway, sack your board, Baz, says Dave Morton. Tickets are £34 tomorrow. That's normal prices for away games these days. Following. Why doesn't it give you... I can't remember his name now. Oh, here it's here. I found it. It was Tony that put it up. I'm going to show you the Motherwell. Motherwell put out yesterday afternoon that they were going to charge £15 pay-per-view for the game. Motherwell have refunded people. Serious hat tip to Motherwell. Say for this, whatever the Sky match fee, it would have been dwarfed by PPV sales to UK-based Celtic supporters. Respect. And then Tony does go on to say that he reckons that Sky Football have just done Motherwell out of around about 500 grand and me out of £15 because he paid for the pay-per-view, but it did get refunded from Motherwell Football Club. So fair play to Motherwell. Don't know, there are teams that would have just went, fuck it, they just show them on pay-per-view, even though Sky came in last thing. So fair play to Motherwell. But is the Motherwell manager about to do what little Skippy did to Celtic years ago, and will he be the next manager? Said on the news tonight that the Cream Buns are going crying to the SFA to ask why the Celtic goal wasn't dropped for offside. Why wasn't Alistair Johnson sent off? No talk of why Moore wasn't sent off though. Mate, the game's over. Let them have their little greeting face. They've nothing else to talk about, really. They're irrelevant. They're completely irrelevant. I don't know. So maybe the fact that they are irrelevant is completely just. Do you know what? They're irrelevant. They're not in the title race, and they've nothing to talk about. Their club, they're trying to boycott. Who cares? As they say, if Motherwell down tools tomorrow night, they can have the 15 quid, says Sean. Just get it done tomorrow. Tomorrow night, Celtic have no fear. The title can be ours, says Kev. Who's he? Who are you talking about? Rosalie? Are you talking about the guy that got the thing from Motherwell, the refund? He's just the guy that I follow on Twitter, to be fair. Anyway, the Greeting Huns, what's new? Very decent Motherwell. At least there is another team in the league that shows sportsmanship. It is decent of Motherwell. Are you talking about the football manager? And yeah, he was quite a good manager in England at one point. Anyway, enough said about that kind of nonsense. So on to tomorrow evening, onwards and upwards. I'm going to name my Celtic team. I think it'll be pretty easy to name the team this time. Hopefully Martin O'Neill won't have any crazy thoughts. Like starting Luke McCowan. I'm going to say it again. He'll have no crazy thoughts of starting Luke McCowan out on the wing. I know that Tenecte is not the answer. I know that Tenecte got a deflection and he claims that it was his assist. Tenecte, it wasn't your assist. We've watched the goal back around about 20 times. In fact, 2,000 times. We've got that goal edged on our head. Like we did the one when Henrik Larsson chipped Kloss from the edge of the box, and that went in. In goals tomorrow night will be Sin Asalo. At the back, the starting four will be Alistair Johnson, Liam Scales, Austin Trusty. Is his jacket on a sugary peg going into this summer? Because I've got to say, Trusty was a bit of a weaker link than Scales at the game at the weekend at parts. It's funny that Celtic still have Julian Rocco on the books. Will Benjamin Arthur get any more game time for Celtic? I very much doubt it. And I will expect Kieran Tierney to start at the back with Tony Ralston also. Basically because Tony knows the score. He's been over the ropes many times before. And starting in the middle will be Benjamin Nygren. It will be Arne Engels. Arne Engels, who took up some really good positions at the weekend. It's funny how the closer that we get to transfer windows, and on the day, especially when Celtic turned down 2.3 million euros for Lewis Palmer, that players like Arne Engels and Daisen Maeda start to shine as players. You know, it's like, look how good I could really be if I want to be. Just before other clubs go, yeah, let's just see if we could make Celtic a wee offer for those players. How much would it take to take away Arne Engels and Daisen Maeda in the summer? Well, that's what we'll just have to wait and see. Will Callum McGregor still be here in the summer? He is the captain. He will start tomorrow night beside Arne Engels and Benji Nygren in that midfield. And I've got to say, Callum put in a shift at the weekend also. Will the managers try and change it up a bit, slightly? Is it too risky a game to change the midfield? The forward three, Celtic still have Tam the Czech on the website. It's bonkers. There he is, Big Thomas, and then look, we still have Julian Araujo. All right, mate. Yeah. So I think that the front forward three, there's Paolo. Poor Paolo. The front forward three tomorrow evening will be, I think the manager will start with Kelechi Iheanacho through the middle. I think he'll start with Dyson Maeda on the wing and Yang on the other wing. I think he'll start the game just a little bit different, just to give Dyson a little bit of a respite, kind of. And with the hope that Kelechi Iheanacho can take up some of the weight. Will it mean that there will be room for Callum Osmond on the bench? That's the whole reason that I'm thinking that he'll start with Kelechi Iheanacho up front. Or will he? Will he start with Dyson Maeda through the middle? Will he start with Tenecti on the wing and Yang on the other? And will there be any room for Callum Osmond? There's only 2 games left. Martin O'Neill said that he was hoping to try and see Callum Osmond in action before the end of the season. Do you think that the CEO will be back for tomorrow night? I've just been talking about Callum Osmond. He is available. He is in the squad. He's played 45 minutes for the B team recently, and he is a player that Martin O'Neill said hopefully he will get some game time. He has to make the bench before he makes game time. Joe Mavuka, who was in the stands at the weekend. James Forrest, who was on the bench. And there's our loan players. Adam Montgomery, he's back on the training pitch. It's a bit of great news for Adam Montgomery. He got a really bad injury earlier on this season. It'll be interesting to see if he can make any inroads next season, if he will even be at Celtic next season. Johnny Kenny, who's down at Bolton Wanderers, who is injured, he has done a ligament damage to his knee. He's out for the rest of the season. He will be back up at Celtic to pick up his winner's medal next weekend. I'm that confident. Shin Yamada got his team relegated. Lewis Palmer has had an offer put on the table that has been rejected of around about £2 million to 2.3 million euros. Odom Ohm is, according to Celtic, he's still in Los Angeles, but we know that he's not in Los Angeles. We think he's in, is he not back in Sweden or somewhere? I don't know. Nobody really needs to tell us, do they? Hateo Inamura. Some people say that Hateo Inamura was this is how crazy the season's been. There were people, yes, within our ranks, there were people who said that Inamura was a better player than Kieran Tierney. What's wrong with you people? Yes, there were people at the beginning of the season that said Hateo Inamura was a better player than Kieran Tierney and he should play in front of Kieran Tierney. He was loaned back to Japan and he's seemingly, who cares? Adam Montgomery reminds me of a young Stuart Pearce, says Jim Lister. Do you think the Ox will be on the pitch this weekend? Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. That's an interesting one. I don't think he'll be on the pitch at the weekend. I think there's more chance of him coming on in the midfield rather than Rio Hatate against Motherwell. If Mark Wilson and the Jags come, will be the Glasgow Derby next season. There'll be serial losers FC. Is the comment. So, give me your front three. Give me your full team for tomorrow night. Is it true that Motherwell have some players out tomorrow? I have something to tell you about that. Yes, they do have players injured. I think they've got 1 or 2 injuries, but I'm not too sure. It doesn't really matter if they've got Stephen Welsh out. We know that because Stephen Welsh is a Celtic player. Look, there he's there, out on loan to Motherwell. So he will not be able to play for Motherwell tomorrow, Stephen Welsh. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Stephen Welsh in the summer, because if the next Celtic manager, if it is Jens, big if, is it a downgrade? Or does it mean that we've not been able to attract the... If we win, surely Wilfred doesn't get a medal. Liam, he was in charge for more than it was just under 10 games, wasn't it? I think you have to be in charge for 10 games, but listen, Brendan Rodgers gets a medal. I think Wilfred Nancy would have to get a medal as well. Fucking how embarrassing. Jesus. Could you imagine that? Do you think he would accept? You don't think he would accept it? Do you think even Celtic are even talking to him? Do you know, it's one of those situations. It's like block. Do you think Celtic have blocked his number? Michael Nicholson. Would Michael... You just imagine Michael Nicholson now. He's like, fucking block his number. Block him. I don't want to speak to him. Block. Fucking don't answer. Who? Wilfred who? Oh no. Remember that cringeworthy video? Oh, I'm going to get that video. We need this cringeworthy ending of the season. We're going to look at cringeworthy moments from Michael Nicholson. Let's see if we can find this. Oh God! Oh no! Oh God! Should we show it? Yeah.
Imagine being able to build.
Oh my God! This is the most cringeworthy thing that I've ever seen Celtic do, ever in my lifetime. Oh God! Hey, I'm going to do this in shots so that Celtic don't have the opportunity to try and look at that face. There's a face a mother could slap at it. And we need the cuddle. We need the cuddle. Where is it? The embrace. They've not got it, have they? Oh, wait a minute. Is that there he is, look. It's him. Martin Neil. That's just here it is. This cringeworthy moment number 1. No, it's back a bit, isn't it? Let's get the moment that he let's get the why is it? Have they deleted it? They're having to explain to him. They're having to explain to Wilfred who Henrik Larsson was. That's a picture of Henrik Larsson. They're having to explain to Wilfred Nancy who the hell Henrik Larsson is. Who employed this man as manager? He was introduced to some of the younger guys. There's Cringe, and there's best mates. And there he's introduced to somebody on the stairs, and Callum Osmond. And there's cringe moment. There's the big cringe moment of the God. It's like, all right, mate. All right, who are you? James. My name's Jamesy. Just call me Forrest. As in Forrest Gump. Run, Forrest, run. Way over your head. I thought you were American. Oh wait, you're French. Pardon my French. What you doing? I'm injured. How long you been here? What? How long have I been here? The fucking liberty. How long have I been here? Seriously, mate. I've been here. I've been here a while. Oh, but there's the moment, the cringe moment number. There's the cringe moment. Alistair Johnson, little man hug. Michael Nicholson's giving it big licks, And look at that, a bit of love there. I'm loving that man love. Michael Nicholson's, he's getting off on it, isn't he? I mean, that smile's just like weird. And look at Wilfred. Oh, baby, I'm so glad to see you, motherfucker. Yeah, boy, you're my boy. We're back in the house. We're back. It's like getting old band together, bitch. He doesn't speak like that because he's French. What a disaster this was, wasn't it? This is cringe. Comb over cringe. Comb over even cringier. Comb over like, oh, have I done? Oh, what? He doesn't even know James Forrest. Really? Cringe. And that was welcome to Wilfred. Nancy. That must be one of the most cringe-worthy moment of Celtic. It's crazy to think. No disrespect to Michael Nicholson and stuff. I'm having PTSD. It's crazy to think. Eddie, I hope that I hope you get that sorted out, mate, and fight it. Fight it. My dad fought cancer, mate. Prostate cancer. He managed to get it treated early enough. And he's still doing fine in his 70s. But anyway, let's get rid of Nancy because I think that we're all traumatized. Traumatized. I had to get that off my chest tonight because I don't want to have to go through that at the end of the season. See, when we look through at the season and the shit show and the cringeworthy things, I would rather look back on the season and look at the excitement of the fact that we've just won the double. So, yeah. I was in a good mental place, and you bring this nightmare back out. Nicholson is a cardboard cutout, waste of space. I was sat at Hampden staring at this ball bag and thinking, please come back, Martin. You're taking this too far. Jesus. Oh, man. Ah, fuck's sakes. It's all about a laugh, isn't it? It's all about looking back over the season and look how far we've came from Nancygate. That is the good thing about football fans and football, is that we get over disappointments quite quick at Celtic, because disappointment never lasts for a long time at Celtic. That's the good thing about Celtic Football Club. We had a little bit of a disappointment during the COVID year when there was no fans there and we didn't win the league. We've then went to win the last few leagues. I'm not going to say it just yet, but 56 is round the corner. Come on, 56 is round the corner. Anyway, can I ask who all got invited to the hot tub? Don't start talking about the hot tub tonight. Jesus. That definitely can get me off here in the next 5 minutes. Anyway, the Motherwell game will be on television tomorrow night. I will be doing a watch along. Motherwell Celtic, 8 o'clock. Hearts Falkirk, 8 o'clock. Double watch along, double screens, double score lines, double madness. And let's just hope that the system can cope with it all. So it's going to be a fantastic tonight. I'm starting to get nervous already. I've got sweaty palms and everything. It's like, fuck. Nerves are kicking in. But as the 90s, it lasted for 9 years, don't. Can we transfer Nicholson to Sevco for 1 million? Sevco wouldn't take him. The hot tub time machine. What? Anyway, that has been done and dusted for tonight. It is all about tomorrow morning. The big news of tonight is Shin Yamada's coming back to Celtic. Celtic have turned down 2.3 million euros for Lewis Palma. That was coming out of South America. So there has to be some kind of has to be some truth in it, because it's coming out of his home nation first, and then that's in Spanish, and then we translate it, and it's Celtic are looking for €4 million, but the Polish club cannot deal at that amount. Well, why did you take him on loan when you knew you couldn't deal at that amount? Anyway, who cares? We're getting rid of him. It's a massive day tomorrow. I'll be back first thing tomorrow morning with any breaking Celtic news tomorrow morning, and then it will be rolling on to the team news. No surprises tomorrow night, Martin, please. I kind of think I'm speaking for the majority of Celtic fans tonight. If you're in the hotel, Martin, and you're at a loose end, and you do just happen to jump onto YouTube, and you're going to let's see what the vultures are saying, as Scott Brown says, please don't do anything crazy with the team. Don't try and play Luke McCown on the wing. It didn't work. Rio Hitati's not really the answer. Give Oxlade-Chamberlain and maybe Callum Osman some game time. Don't listen to me personally, because I'm just a YouTuber. I totally, I embrace the years of experience that you have.
This is Audible.
with
From
football.
when I last played really well.
And if you want put to sleep once Martin O'Neill has left, there's a link that is in the comment of this video, and let Martin O'Neill put you to sleep this evening.
Every word of splenetic criticism along the way doesn't matter anymore. Last year's personal heartache in Munich is washed away. Soon I will collect a European Cup medal that I've earned in the field.
Fucking cheer up, you old sod. Anyway, have a fantastic evening, Celtic fans, wherever you are, all around the world.